Hello there everybody, and welcome to Beelzebub's Buns channel. Today we are playing Battlefield 1, the open beta. I was lucky enough to capture some footage. I know that the servers are having a little bit of a tough time as of right now, but I'm sure they'll get better as time goes on. But what can you expect from AAA titles? Usually the betas, or at least the first or second day that it is out, the servers are a little bit wonky, but I just want to show you something. Here's the destruction here. I'm in basically this cannon. You know, there's a particular name for it. I love how he reloads it. Look at that thing. Oh man. I mean, you have to do that after every shot, but it just feels like you're just forcing this shell downrange, and it's awesome. I just had to take that little part out there. But here I want to show you can clamber up on actual terrain. And what I love about the terrain in Battlefield 1 is that I believe they've done a really good job with the terrain. It feels like you can move around a lot more fluidly, but still, I mean, a rock is going to be a rock. Like, you're not just always going to just step over it like it's nothing. You have to traverse it in a way, but it's much smoother than Battlefield 4, I feel. That was one of the things I liked about, even though this might sound like blasphemy, Hardline I thought actually had decent terrain as far as maneuvering and everything. But actual level design, I mean, you know, people can say so many different things here and there, that it was great, it was horrible, whatever it was. But that was one of my complaints about Battlefield 4, is that the terrain was really rough. But this here, I mean, given that this is a beta, there's going to be a few things here and there, which you'll see here in a sec. But the terrain was really smooth, and I really liked it, even for on foot and for the vehicles as well. When I got into a vehicle, an actual car, you know, I was going through the terrain pretty considerably well. It wasn't like hanging me up or nothing like that. At least, you know, in the open areas, it was decent to drive around. Whereas Battlefield 4 can be kind of wonky. You know, you're going in areas that might just throw you off course when you think it's just a plain flat level. And the gunplay here, you gotta pace your shots. Now, of course, this is just iron sights here. There are upgrades for this gun, but I'm just going to have to use my iron sights. I finally get that guy there. What I love about the guns here is that it's not as direct as you would assume. Well, actually, you would assume that they wouldn't be so on point, because, you know, they are weapons from World War I. They're not as sophisticated and as accurate as weapons that we have today. And in this game, it doesn't get to a point where it's annoying. It's actually really perfect. Oh, look at this. Okay, this is one of the things I was talking about. The flag there, yeah, it's not necessarily attached. You know, these are just little things that I thought was kind of funny. That's why I'm pointing them out. But yeah, going back on the weapons, I mean, they're not going to be like amazingly accurate with what you would expect from maybe from like a submachine gun. You know, it's not going to go as far as what you had in Battlefield 4, and that makes perfect sense. This is World War I. The weapons they might be more robust back in the day, but they're not going to be as accurate, really, and that's what I love about it. So I kind of went overboard in this scene here. I really wanted to get this guy just because I actually love the cannon. I just love using it. I don't even care what I'm shooting at, but this guy just had to get in the way, so I made sure he was no longer in the way. And the airplanes are a lot of fun to control. I'm trying to get better at it. I think I just carpet bombed my friends, but you know, you just gotta let them know that you're up there in the sky. And just looking around in this in this cockpit, from upside down angles to like right side up, and looking at all the actual airspeed is actually working in this one. That was one of the things that I found funny in Battlefield 4, is that, you know, it had been out for so long, but they never did get the speedometers correct or anything like that. So it's good to see that those actually work. The destruction is great. One of the things, and I know I'm talking about Battlefield 4 a lot, but it should be okay to compare those two, because we can see progress in this. So what I see in the progress as far as the destruction goes, oh, look at that, I love how he gets in there. But what I see in the destruction is that whenever, let's say in Battlefield 4, if there was a big gasoline tank propped up next to a wall, okay, you would shoot it and the entire thing would explode, and yeah, it looks cool, you know, that the entire wall should come off like that if it's a big giant gas tank. But when I would take a grenade to that same wall if there was no gas tank there, the entire thing would just blow up, and it just looked a little bit ridiculous. In this one here, in Battlefield 1, I think they did pretty good. I think the destruction is more in tune of the explosion itself and how big it is. So, you know, one grenade is not going to take out an entire wall. It's going to do some damage, but it's not going to be so hectic and chaotic as as Battlefield 4 played it out to be. And I think that just came down to the destruction, the engine and whatnot. But I think here they definitely improved.
We have armed objective butter.
In this video here, you're going to see footage from a Rush game and also a Conquest game, but they're all on the same map. Maybe, oh, yep, here we go. We got my prancing horse there. But maybe in the coming days, since this beta should be available until they said September 8th. However, sometimes developers will extend the beta, but I don't know if they're going to in this one. We'll just have to see, really. I think I'm playing as Leonardo DiCaprio. What do you guys think? Listen to this. Man, that man can do absolutely anything. And man, watch out for Leo. He's coming. Well, I'm sorry if you were eating there, but Battlefield 1 comes out October 21st. So not much longer. We are almost there. You just have to hang tight. Now, one thing I have to mention is that my character is in a completely white uniform. I could be seen pretty easily, but this guy almost ran right by him. So what do you do to somebody that you barely see? You hit him in the back with a shovel. You stab it into them. Oh man, that shovel needs some blood stains though. Hopefully that's in the real game. Well, anyways, my gamer tag is JillyJillets. You can find me online, and I like to do a whole bunch of different games, but if you've been watching my channel, you've seen a lot of Halo videos, so I do some Halo games. We can do some custom games and, you know, hang out in firefight mode and all that. But one of the things I wanted to mention before I close out this video, which I do a tutorial towards the end of this video anyways, but we can finally play music in the background while we play a game, and I love it. This is amazing. Now, it should have been out already when the Xbox One was released, because we had it from the get-go with the 360. At least we had it pretty soon if it wasn't from launch. So hang tight for the tutorial while I blast this guy. Let me just focus in. And huzzah. Alright guys, in regards to the music being played in the background here, I'm going to show you, I know Groove is an app that can have background music now, but so does Pandora. Pandora, one of the things, before I go into this app, I actually want to take you to the store. That way, those of you who may have already downloaded the app Pandora, you might actually not have the correct app. So let's go ahead, we'll go into the search here, and I'm going to type in, okay, well then let's just do this, I guess. Let's go into search apps, and then I'm going to type in Pandora, and you'll see what I'm talking. Okay, so now we have two apps that come up. Okay, the original one that a lot of us probably already downloaded was this one that I have highlighted right there that actually says Pandora. So go ahead and go into Pandora here. Now, this is the one that's got 3.5 stars. You go down, and I want you to pay attention off to the right. It says installation, installed to on your home Xbox One, yada, yada, yada. Okay, but when we go back to this one with just the P, you go in. Yeah, it's only got 2 stars, but don't worry, this is the one you want. So you would go down, and then off to the right, what I was saying before in the other app, you see this little note. It says this app has permission to do the following: access internet connection, background media playback. That is what you're looking for. So you would have to either, download this particular Pandora app. I just uninstalled the original one, this one that says Pandora across it, and I just installed this one here, the regular P. So to show you, to prove that it actually works, we're going to go back. Let's say we want to go into Battlefield Beta. Oh, you know what? I want to play some music. Okay, let's go to Pandora. Okay, so when you get to Pandora, you can choose the music that you want to play, and then go back out to go to the home, and then go back into Battlefield. And there you go, it still continues to play. Now let's say you wanted to maybe switch songs or whatnot. You could actually do that without having a snap or nothing like that. I just double clicked here, you got the guide there on the left. Now this little music note here, some of you probably already know this, but that's the background control button there, and so that's going to show you that it's actually background playable. So here you could just pause it, and it's acting pretty quick right now. If you wanted to go into the actual Pandora app, of course you can do that, but let's just go back into here. Okay, or even you can access that just by backing out, going to home, and then here you still got it playing on the side because that is the background. So you can control the background actual volume, which is nice. You can see why this can be very convenient, and you can also see why people would ask, well, why don't you just play music on like a separate speaker or whatnot? Well, in this case, we have the music and the gameplay audio coming through one source of speakers. Now, those of you who may have like Bluetooth speakers and whatnot, you may have had some encounters where the Bluetooth would just turn off, you know, and I don't know if it has to do something with the controllers being next to the Bluetooth, or you know, something interrupting the Bluetooth connection there. Whatever it was, sometimes you would just get frustrated because the Bluetooth just isn't so reliable all the time, and maybe your speaker that you have it connected to just isn't as powerful as your home theater system. So having music come through the same source as your gameplay audio, it just makes it that much more convenient, and it just makes it sound better, and it sounds more live-like, you know. But that, of course, can just be people's opinions. It's just a great feature for us. Then the ones that have a good opinion about this will definitely find this being very useful for us. So anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like and go ahead and subscribe. If you are into creepypastas, don't worry, I am making the creepypasta, okay? It's just we have had several things going on with some games that are coming out here soon, and Battlefield 1 beta came out, so don't worry, the creepypasta is in the writing stage and also the sound effects stage, so it's coming. Just hang tight there, creepypasta fans. I'll see you in the next video.